And the council, together we welcome you to our business meeting of Cottonwood Heights on January 20th, 2026. And this is another important meeting here for Cottonwood Heights. And after the Pledge of Allegiance, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilmember Newell. And after the Pledge of Allegiance, we will have our customary citizen comments. Thank you.
Wonderful.
And I will read the names of people who have given their sheets to our staff. If you want to make a comment and have not filled out a card, you can fill out a card and give it to a staff member. And we ask that you state your name into the microphone, that you speak right into the microphone so that everyone can hear you online or in the room. And we have notes of decorum that we ask you to be civil and thoughtful in your comments. And with that, I think I'm ready to, oh yes, your limit is 3 minutes for these public comments. We also received several comments online today, and we have read them and we'll be considering those comments as well. So with that, our first comment is Casey France.
Hi, I'm Casey France. I'm 12 years old, so I'm a kid, and I want to talk about the Utah Community Renewable Program. Utah is known for its snow. It's even on our license plates. So what is Utah without snow? Would anyone want to live in a place where the motto was worst snow on earth? I sure wouldn't. I want to stay in Utah because I'm having a great experience with the amount of wildlife and how many outdoor options I have. But throughout time, I'm realizing that those options are becoming less and less. One example of this is the trail right across the street from my house. It has been bought and it's private property now, and I can no longer hike there. That is just one example. One of my favorite outdoor activities is snowboarding, and that is the main reason I want to live here when I get older. And if the snow melts, I'll lose that option. Then my generation is going to have to fix the mistakes that have been caused and try to get the snow back. And I would much rather it be easier than harder to fix that. I would feel much better if I knew my community was trying to make the world a better place. As Martin Luther King said, faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase.
Thank you. Thank you, Casey. I'm going to read something here because you're doing great. You can go. It just says in our notes, to respect all our opinions and don't applaud or cheer. I think probably some of us wanted to applaud right then, but we will not. Okay. Okay, now we have Chester France.
My name's Chester France. I live on Top of the World Drive. I just wanted to advise the council that I'd like you to keep on supporting Utah Community Renewable Program. It's nice to have the option to not litter, to not put your gum in the urinal, to not dump your trash in the parking lot. It will be nice to have that option to not continue adding CO2 to the atmosphere. So anyway, I would encourage you to allow us to have that option. We do voluntarily. Second of all, the trailhead at Top of the World Drive, there's a trail access there. We got 77 statements from users with talking about how they used it. This council had approved a lawyer, and I just wanted to tell you to keep going. That those trails are greatly missed by our house. If you're not familiar with it, it's the one on Top of the World Drive by the church. They've been enforcing the no trespassing. The attorneys there to maybe get a prescriptive trail going. I'd encourage that, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Chester.
May I just comment that as the representative of District 4, I appreciate your comments, and I want you to know that the mayor and I are in a meeting this very next week, and we are taking this very seriously.
Next card I have is from John Adams.
Hello, my name is John Adams, Cottonwood Heights resident. Two comments. One is on I understand there's going to be updates on the general plan. I usually stay pretty up to date on what's going on. I wasn't really aware of this. But as regards to any updates to our general plan and what the city is going to do, I just hope that we have the most transparency possible around that type of thing. Because once those plans are set, that's how we move forward. So I'm sure I missed something. I'm not sure what's being done on that, but I would like to see transparency on that. Second comment is supporting what everyone else said. I'd love to see us consider staying in the Utah Renewable Communities Program. And I want to give one example as something for education and maybe guidance. And this goes back to what people are talking about, the ski industry. So all of the ski resorts belong to the National Ski Area Association, and they claim that the biggest threat to their business model is warming and losing the snow. So it's a predicament for them because as they try to grow their businesses, like we all do, you end up using more energy and greenhouse gas. So there was a standout from one of the ski resorts that did this. It was Aspen. And they looked at all the things they could do. They retrofitted snowcats that use diesel to electric. They screwed in the LED light bulbs. But when they looked at over 50% of their emissions, it came from electricity they use that wasn't generated on site. It was from the utilities they use. So they worked over 10 years to get their utility provider to switch to clean energy. And I read all the sustainability reports from all the ski resorts, and I have for the last 3 years, kind of weird, but I do. And that one change was so significant, it's a complete outlier. So if we have a chance in one of the richest cities, in one of the richest states, and one of the richest nations to do acts like that and to have utilities that aren't polluting as much, absolutely we should be doing that. We should be we have the means to be a leadership for that. So hope you guys consider that.
Thank you. Now we will hear from Maggie Mills.
Hello, I'm Maggie Mills, manager at the Whitmore branch of Salt Lake County Library, and I wanted to tell you about a few things that are happening the next couple of weeks at the library. Last time I was here, I mentioned 2 new programs. We had the Lego Club. That was a big success. The first one, we had over 30 kids attend that. And a lot of the folks said they saw our calendar in the city's newsletter, so thank you. Tomorrow we have STEAM Club, and it's going to be fun activities and crafts that work with STEAM principles, and that's at 4 o'clock tomorrow. The story times are every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 10:15, with this Saturday morning stories at 10:15, and pajama story time next Monday night at 7. Utah Puppet Theater will perform next Wednesday at 11, and that's just a sampling of what we have. So our calendar's available on the library's website, as well as in the Cottonwood Heights Between the Canyons newsletter. Thanks.
Thank you, Maggie. Right. Now our next speaker is Daniel Kovac.
Thank you. I wrote up a bunch of notes because I attended the working session prior to this. And for those of you that haven't attended the working sessions at 4 o'clock prior to these meetings, they're very illustrative. They help you to understand what your council members actually value. And it gives you an insight into who they are, in my opinion, at least as much as I can get. So I value clean air and the planet, and I suspect that a number of my fellow residents also care. And I think it's a reasonable idea to actually ask our constituents what they care about. And I love these flash votes. And I learned that there's limitations on flash votes. I don't know why. This city has spent money on things I cannot possibly understand, like international trips, without any idea of an ROI. And to me, that's unconscionable as opposed to understanding what the will of the people is. So that was something I learned. Okay. It seems that regarding this idea of saying Cottonwood Heights cares about the environment. And in a nutshell, this vote is a way of showing what our values are. I got the impression, and I hope I'm wrong, that the majority of the council members are not in favor of the proposal. And in addition, what I heard, it seemed like they didn't even want to know what the people that voted them in care about. And that really bugs me because that's happening in a lot of places and it's happening here and I don't like it. So I think he could spend some more money on flash votes and I think he can publish the results so that everybody knows what the people care about. So last comment, I'll probably be dead before this Olympics comes in, but the 2002 Olympics versus what we got coming up, it's going to be quite different. And good luck having snow. Good luck even having a breathable area for your kids and your grandkids. If you care about families, prove it. If you care about money, you're already proving it.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Our next comment will come from Ethan Millart. Please
That's
correct me.
close. That's a D on the end.
Oh,
Millard.
Millard.
I just have poor handwriting. But I live on Stonehill Lane. I've been a resident of Cottonwood Heights for 9 years. And I just wanted to weigh in on some of the things that I know you've heard from already this evening. One is the Utah Renewable Communities Program. As has been pointed out by some of our neighbors, this is a community that really believes in sustainability and really believes in protecting the environment. And I know that a lot of those things have kind of fallen out of favor and are starting to be ignored and even in some cases mocked. But this world is a wheel, right? We go through these cycles and we will come around again to where more and more people will start to see the value in long-term thinking and long-term responsible thinking. And I believe that needs to continue to be a priority for Cottonwood Heights because these are values that we all generally support. And then secondly is on planning overall. And I've really enjoyed over the last several years being able to participate in some very well organized opportunities for public input around planning in Cottonwood Heights. Cottonwood Heights has changed a lot in just the last 9 years that I've been here, and it's going to change a lot in part because everyone's interested in our community. And we would do very, very well to make public input a priority at the very beginning and all the way through this process. It slows it down, it really does. But you'll get the best possible outcome by incorporating the highest number of voices and the highest number of opportunity. You get the best possible outcome. And also, we end up with the community that ultimately we all deserve. I think for the most part, we do a good job when we all weigh in. We come up with good ideas and we support really worthwhile and valuable ideas. But it's really important that that we continue to have that opportunity. And I know that it's easier. There are a lot of people that are very interested in Cottonwood Heights, a lot of outside interest. They are interested in us from a development or opportunity standpoint, or they're here in a professional capacity, and they're not as interested in hearing for the public. And you're always going to get pushed by them to move faster and move faster and move faster and pull some of these decisions away from us. And that's a real mistake. I work in the financial industry, and one of the things that I've learned is it's a mistake to replace a long-term plan and long-term thinking with pursuit of short-term opportunities or short-term fears. We're going to be a community in 100 years. We're going to be a community in 150 years. And so allowing outside interests or people in a professional capacity to separate us from these decisions will create near-term instability that I don't think any of us really want. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ethan. Then our final comment tonight is from Mickey Harris.
Hi, great comments, guys. I really support those coming to the mic. I know it's not always easy to share the thoughts and to follow what the city's doing all the time, but as you can see, we are very invested in our city, and yeah, just the responsible growth and how we do it. And I just don't want to wake up one day and have these like foundational decisions made for me while, I'm taking care of my family, laundry, whatever, the day to day. But I am concerned about the general plan. I'm concerned that there's not enough public input. There was when we created the Fort Union master plan, and we could feel like we have a part of our city. And like Ethan said, or Dan said, with the flash voting, why not? Yeah, so I just respectfully ask the council to tap the brakes. What's the rush to kind of think through that a little bit and letting us be a part of our city and these decisions that will affect us it'll affect my children too. I mean, we're not just talking about us. Dan said he was going to be dead. So, I mean, for those still existing, like my children going forth, I really do care about how it turns out. And thank you.
Thank you, Mickey. And I lost one sheet. There was also a card here for Drew Tidwell.
Hi, I'm Drew Tidwell, and I've lived in Cottonwood Heights for 21 years. I love it here. The time is always right to do what is right. That's Martin Luther King Jr. He believed moral action should not be delayed. Every moment is an opportunity to stand up for what is right and what makes a difference. I'm here today to advocate for Cottonwood Heights City and my fellow residents to support our participation in this community for renewable and sustainable energy development. I feel it is our privilege to participate, and the benefits will multiply over time. My understanding is that the cost for each household will be about $4 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee at a coffee house or a soda at many restaurants. I realize that we all have seen increases in our taxes and our insurance recently, the last 2 years particularly. Many of us are not happy with the increase in food, housing, energy prices, and they are concerning. However, we should weigh what our return is or will be on any taxes and expenses that we incur. This will benefit us mildly in the short term, but the benefits are great for those that follow us, our progeny. We are responsible to do our best to preserve the beauty that has been bestowed upon us on this earth. We observe it daily when we enjoy our view of the beautiful Wasatch Mountains and the incredible sunrises and sunsets we see. We enjoy it recreationally in the mountains, the desert, the nearby state and U.S. parks. We owe to those that follow us. Let us be leaders. I view this as a balancing act in Utah. We have great access to geothermal, solar, and wind resources. We want to build our energy infrastructure to not only include those, but to focus and prioritize those. We are assured that oil, coal, gas, and likely nuclear will be a significant part of our energy future. However, those of us with vision know that renewable energy needs our support, and our planet, children, grandchildren, wildlife will thank us. Please join me in advocating for this crucial participation for our Cottonwood Heights community and our human and natural world. Thank you. Also, please find excellent resources. I Googled today 18 Utah communities that support renewable energy, and I found some excellent information that will give you a depth of knowledge about this topic. Some of the anchor communities are Mill Creek, Salt Lake City, Grand County, Moab, Park City, Summit County, Town of Castle Valley,
Okay,
We have
thank you.
10 seconds. We have a community in Utah that wants to improve our energy profile and thereby give hope to our world. Let us join together to build our future.
Thank you. Our council thanks everyone who came to give comment today. I will just briefly state that in 2021, there was public engagement for the general plan and that there will be very soon again. The council has been working on this since about September and is now ready to engage with the public again. Then we want to thank everyone again for coming. And now we want to give the time over to Chief Robbie Russo. This is a special evening in recognition of promotions for our Cottonwood Heights Police Department.
Well, thank you, Mayor and Council. Tonight, we're here to introduce you to some new officers that are part of our family, and they brought their families along because we do this journey as a group, and we do it in unison with the family. And we're going to celebrate a couple of promotions to sergeants. So I will introduce them if they'd be so kind as to come up and bring your families with you. And if you'll just form a line over here, Miss Tiffany will read an oath of office and swear you in, and then we'd like to pin the badge on you. And Sergeant Colbert tells me he has some prepared remarks. I don't know if he does or not, but we will see. So Sergeant Jeff Gainey, and is Elaine here, or did you just bring Ken Daly? Because he just retired a couple weeks ago, and he's like a bad pen. He keeps coming back on me. But come on up, please. Sergeant Josh Comber. Officer Rebecca Potter. And you'll recognize her, and you'll recognize her husband, Jeff Potter, who is also a member of the department. Tyler Davis and his family. Brand new officer, and yes, they do get younger all the time. We have Nicholas Svala, but he had another engagement, so we'll bring him another time. And Charity Griffiths, who is no stranger to police work and is very experienced, and we are excited to have her and her husband, Taylor, who is also an officer in another city. These are your new sergeants and your new officers, so welcome them. Tiffany, do the oath of office, and if the significant others will come up and we'll do a badge pinning right after. Thank you. And then may we have a picture? Would you like them in front of the dais, or how would you like them?
Oh,
You can either come down or I can line them up in front of the dais, whatever you choose. Okay, thank you. Yeah, of all. It's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, we gotta get. You're okay. Okay. One more. One more, sorry, one more. Right there. Okay. Thank you.
She can write, she can write one in for next time.
While they're leaving, I'll just let you know, I had a report from a citizen who, during our 1 or 2 snowstorms, was out shoveling, and two of our officers stopped and did the rest of her shoveling for her. She was elderly and really appreciated that. So we're grateful for our officers. Okay. And now we have an action item. We'll move on to this action item, resolution, a consideration of resolution 2026-07, awarding a retiring police officer his badge and approving his purchase of a police firearm. And this is in regards to Sergeant Dan Moralowski. Do you want to? Moralewski?
Morzaleski, yes.
Morzaleski. And he is retiring from Cottonwood Heights Police Department after 32 years of public service, and 17 of those years have been with Cottonwood Heights. And this is customary that by city code and with the resolution of the council, we will award Sergeant Morzalowski his badge and approve his purchase of his sidearm.
So, Mayor, is it okay to make a motion? So I'll motion that we approve resolution 2026-07.
I'll second.
Thank you. And now we will have a vote. And I will call on Councilmember Burrell
Yes.
and Councilmember Newell,
Yes.
Councilmember Highland,
Yes, with sincere gratitude. Thank you for all that service, many years.
and Councilmember Holton.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you. We're so appreciative of Sergeant Morzalewski's service. Then we will move on to consideration of Resolution 2026-08, ratifying committee assignments. All of us on our council serve on various committees and have different assignments. Inside of our city, we have assignments, and then outside of our city, we also have assignments on different boards and committees. And we have discussed this in the work meeting, and I am now, unless there's further.
I would just like to make the comment. I want to thank Mayor Benyon for bringing greater transparency to this process. This is all available to you as the citizenry to understand what each of your council members do in terms of these liaison assignments. And I thank our mayor for that. And with that, I'd like to motion to approve Resolution 2026-08.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you for those motions. And now we will start with Councilmember Newell, unless there's any further comments.
Oh, yes.
Councilmember Highland,
Yes.
Councilmember Holton,
Yes.
and Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
And I also vote yes. then we have consideration, this is our final consideration of a resolution 2026-09, approving a temporary occupancy concurrence request by UDOT. And this was also something that we discussed in our work meeting. UDOT will be working on a mobility hub in the gravel pit area, and this will entail some way of a road going underneath Wasatch Boulevard, either by raising Wasatch Boulevard or underneath to get into the gravel pit without causing another interchange to be built there. And so when that work is being performed, the very top of our Big Cottonwood Canyon Trail will be closed temporarily. And we are giving, with this resolution, we are giving UDOT permission to do this, and that we agree that this work needs to be done. Unless there's any further comments from,
No, it's an inconvenience, but it's part of the process of getting the intermodal hub and, as the mayor said, getting access that doesn't further bring greater private vehicle congestion there near the mouth of our Big Cottonwood Canyon. So with that, I'll make the motion to approve Resolution 2026-09.
thank you, Councilmember Burrell.
I'll second that.
Okay, thank you. So we'll start our voting with Councilmember Holton,
Yes.
Councilmember Highland,
Yes.
and Councilmember Newell,
Yes.
and Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. Right. Okay. Our next item on our agenda is the consent calendar. We're going to postpone our vote on our minutes from the meetings from January 6th. We have not had significant time to review the minutes, so we're going to postpone that vote. And with that consideration, I think I'm ready for a final motion.
I will motion to adjourn the business meeting.
I'll second.
Thank you. And I guess we're ready for a vote. All in favor, say aye. Okay. Thank you for coming.